Hey all, this is a training video for program directors or direct supervisors that will be coming into iCare Manager to mark time cards as approved. So this is the last phase of the time card approval process, and this will need to be done by 12 noon on payroll Mondays. At this point, ideally, all of your time cards in here will be marked as reviewed so that they are ready for you to mark as approved. Also, if there were any sick and vacation requests that had been approved in the employee self-services module, that should be transferred over into this employee's time card, and you will be able to see that down here. Okay. So since you guys are the last step of the payroll process, I'm going to show you kind of some troubleshooting just to make sure that everything goes well with payroll. So I would want to start here with statuses, and I would want to narrow my view, and I would want to say, first, show me any open time cards. This means that the employee did not submit their time card correctly, and this means that any supervisors prior to me did not catch that. So I'm going to go ahead and generate this report. Luckily, in this case, no records were found. That means all time cards had been submitted correctly. Okay, then I just want to move up the line. Next, I want to bring up all of my time cards that have been submitted but have not been marked as reviewed correctly. So this is just showing, if you will, our trouble time cards. What do we need to address before I can complete this process of approval? So in this case, it looks like I have 4 time cards for this employee that were not properly marked as reviewed. So I have the ability to come in here and mark them as reviewed. Okay. I do want to say, just like I did in the previous video, you have that ability to simply move the payroll process along. But I would strongly encourage you to use it as a teachable moment. If you had a supervisor who was supposed to be coming in here prior to you to mark time cards as reviewed and it was not properly done, then showing them and re-educating them and maybe asking them to review the video once more will help to make sure that by the time it gets to you that everything is marked correctly and you can go in here and approve this. I'm going to leave these 2 as submitted just for the sake of creating another training video right after this, but ideally you would want to make sure that all of these have been marked as reviewed. So next I want to say, okay, show me everything that's marked as reviewed. That means that it is ready for my approval. Okay. So these are all of the time cards or the punches that were in here for this employee. All of them have been marked properly as reviewed. So that means that you really are the second pair of eyes on this at this point. So hopefully you won't have to go in here line by line because somebody else should have already done that for you. So at this point, what you're looking for is, did anybody miss any clock in times or clock out times? Are these programs or locations, do these look right? Are these job codes correct? Is the duration correct? You know, that's a great way for catching overtime. And then what you are going to need to do is to come into each and mark them as approved. Okay. Now, what's coming to you, and I can show you because this is my view up here, but it's still in the development phase, is a batch approval. And each step of the approval process with time cards, it's going to eventually have this capability. So I want to show it to you. But for marking everything as approved, I can check this button. It will check everything all the way down. And all I have to do is say, I want to approve all of these. Okay. So this, I can say, show me all of my approved ones, and now all of them are approved. And that's all that you need to do to finish out the timesheets. Okay. All right. Thank you so much.